All right, we are back. Episode 5 of the FIFA podcast. Um, you guys know me, say Dan. Yeah, that's Sam is this guy. This one over here. Dan, I'm here. It's been a long day. I had finals this morning, so I'm a little beat, but we're making it work. It's the end of the school year. We got to do what we got to do. Um, so we're in the middle of the most fun time in FIFA right now. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, pretty much.
We have, 90 plus cards dropping left and right. We had, 23 of them dropped. Well, Jordan Pope's not 90 plus, so 22 90 plus cards dropped last Friday. And that's the first thing we're going to talk about is how close my predictions were to what actually happened. So, I'm pull this up. This was my team of the season prediction for the Premier League. So I had Hazard, Kane, Salah, Silva, Eriksen, De Bruyne, Young, Vertonghen, Azpilicueta, Walker, David De Gea, Aguero, Lukaku, Firmino, Son, Sane, Sterling, Fernandinho, and this is where I start to get them wrong, Pogba, Kolasinac, Otamendi, Aki, Pope. Now, I also, if you go back and watch last week, I mentioned I wanted to put Ben Davies in, but there wasn't a spot for him. Well, he was the knockout player. So, the only cards I got wrong were Eden Hazard, Paul Pogba, Kolasinac, and Nathan Aki. This is the actual team of the season, and you can look. Instead of those four guys, we got Mahrez, Dele Alli, Sadio Mane, and Nemanja Matic. Now, I don't really think there's a case for Mahrez or Mane over Eden Hazard. I don't know. I think that might be the only mistake they made.
Yeah.
Is leaving out Eden Hazard. I think that's the only thing that they kind of screwed up. But aside from that, this team of the season, it looks really good. We were just talking about this. There's only really one card you don't want, and that's Jordan Pope. And even then, he really, really deserved it. So I'm not mad that he's in there. He's just not the best from a FIFA standpoint. So I don't know. Have you enjoyed the team of the season promo so far? What's been going on with it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad they're giving away cards, that don't cost a ton. You have a chance of pulling some good stuff.
I looked at how much. We're going to show you what cards we pulled in just a minute. But I looked at how much those cards were worth. I've pulled over 1.4 million's worth of cards spending nothing.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I can't say spending nothing. I bought one team of the season card at the start, so 40K.
Yeah. Yeah, what have I pulled? Let's see how much.
Well, here we'll get into that. We'll just move right into that. So here are the three cards that I pulled. Nicholas Sula, as I scrolled all the way down. This was out of the most consistent. I did not do the second most consistent or the first most consistent SBC on the Sunday. I was gone. I was away. I didn't have a chance to do it. So theoretically, it could have been even more team of the season cards. But there's Sula. Then I pulled in the first Premier League one, Fernandinho. And then this morning, I pulled Firmino. Now, what I've got on there is the chem styles that I'm using them with. Just to show you how ridiculous all these cards are. And then, Sam, you pulled Courtois from the most consistent one.
I pulled Courtois. I got really lucky on that one.
And then you pulled Otamendi.
Otamendi, yep.
So we were just talking about this before we went live. You haven't done your second SBC yet. So
haven't done it.
What you're thinking of putting Otamendi back in there?
I'm thinking about it just because I don't know. I'm going to keep trying to get the Ben Davies card, but it's a sweat fest right now if I can't do it. I might just throw the Otamendi in there and see what happens. I'm probably going to pull a Pope, but whatever.
And the worst thing is the worst that happens is you pull Pope and then you just throw him into the La Liga or Serie A SBC, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
The only reason I would say that you keep Otamendi is because he links with Courtois. Now, it's not a perfect link, and if you pull Azpilicueta, you're much better off.
Yeah.
So let's go through this. You were just telling what cards, aside from Jordan Pope, like, would you be upset with any of them?
Well, obviously, I'd be pretty upset with Jordan Pope. Let me look at the list here. I wouldn't want. I mean, Mane is good. He seems pretty good. I guess I wouldn't mind him. Ashley Young, I wouldn't want. I mean, I know he's good, but he has medium work rates, which aren't great. I used his second inform, his 84, a lot earlier in the year, and he would constantly be kind of sitting a little bit too high, and he'd be out of position and didn't love it. He's also not. He still only has 77 strength from the team of the season card, and he's right-footed on the left side. So I don't consider him to be that great of a player, so he'd be disappointing. Mahrez wouldn't love it. Son, that would be amazing. If I pulled the Sonny, I'd go through the roof. Dele Alli, Matic, nothing special there for me. Azpilicueta would be a dream pull because I used him in draft and he's amazing.
He's probably the perfect pull, right? Because he links up with.
Because he links with Courtois, he'd be pretty much the perfect pull for me. Vertonghen is good. He wouldn't be that much different from Otamendi, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, this Yan, I mean, it's really accurate to how he plays and who he is. But it's 75 pace on a team of the season center back that's not more than. I mean, I think he's better than Otamendi without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
But I don't think that he's that much better.
Right. Yeah, I'd say he's probably a little bit better. Kyle Walker would be fucking great. Bobby Firmino, good, I guess. I mean,
I still can't believe I pulled him. I haven't used him yet. I can't believe I pulled him. I was recording it on Snapchat because I was, just chilling out, and I was recording it, and I wholeheartedly, like, as I opened the pack, I was like, here comes Jordan Pope, and I was like, oh, Brazil, don't give me another Fernandinho. Oh, Firmino, okay.
Yeah. No, he'd be good.
Actually, it would have actually kind of sucked to pull two Fernandinhos. Have a 600,000 coin card that you just can't use.
You can't do anything with, yeah. Sterling looks good. Nothing. I don't have a spot for Sterling or Sané. Like, I couldn't find a spot for them on my current team unless it was off the bench. Fernandinho looks really good. Lukaku looks really good. Kane looks really good. Eriksen looks really good. David Silva is
I even think David Silva is almost as good as Eriksen. I mean, as I look at these cards, right? Gosh. De Bruyne is better than Eriksen, who's better than Silva. That's how I see them.
Right, but the thing with Silva is he's got that 2-star weak foot. It's like.
Yeah, I mean, good. Ian Robbins had a 2-star weak foot for God knows how long, right?
Yeah.
Like, we know as good FIFA players how to avoid using weak foot.
Yeah, right. And then obviously the top 4 guys would be unreal.
If you go out and pull a Mo Salah, like, damn.
To be honest, of all of them, I would probably want Aguero.
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah.
I mean,
just because I could get him to work.
I still think it's crazy that Sonny, as a 92, is worth more than every card in this entire team of the season, aside from De Gea, Aguero, and Salah.
Yeah.
Actually, all right. So, and De Bruyne. De Bruyne I read that as a 6, not a 9, but like, that's crazy. What about De Gea? Would you be a little?
Oh, if I got De Gea, I'd be. Well.
That's my thing. You already have Courtois, right?
I would gladly take him, I guess. Oh, I would take De Gea over, Young.
Yeah, that's true.
But
that's true.
Yeah, I guess it would be kind of pointless. I guess I could. In that case, it might be stupid. But if I pulled the De Gea, I guess I could just use the Courtois as SBC fodder. As dumb as that would be.
94 rated card. Well, I mean, you could probably throw some freaking silvers in the next one then.
Yeah, because if I did pull a De Gea, I would have no use for Courtois.
No, absolute zero. So yeah, that's the Premier League team of the season. We still don't know what team of the season is dropping on Friday. I think it. So when the leagues end has a lot to do with it, and I think La Liga goes longer than everything else. Don't quote me on it, but I think that's how it goes. So we'll either see the Bundesliga or Serie A next week. We don't have any more team of the season predictions put out because we don't watch. I mean, I don't watch a lot of the Bundesliga. Like, I'll watch Bayern Dortmund whenever that shows up, or I watched El Clasico, or the Madrid Derby. But I don't know about you, Sam, but I don't watch a ton of Serie A or Bundesliga, and I just watch them in the Champions League, and that's not reflective enough to do a valid team of the season vote or prediction. And like, as you saw, I clearly watch enough of the Premier League to be able to be like, yeah, this is the team of the season.
Yeah.
And if we get Serie A, I kind of want to see how close you're going to get.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. I hope we're as close on both of them because it kind of means we knew what we were talking about and not just BS and stuff. But time to move on a little bit. We recently had a community update. Now, this is the post on Reddit that you guys are seeing by Corey. Now, Corey is an EA employee who is the director of all of the sports community teams at EA. So he's got a really big, important job. He directs FIFA. He directs Madden. These are the community teams. So, like, he's Mutt Guru from Madden. He's Mutt Guru's boss, right? He is the boss for all the community Twitters of, like, Madden and FIFA and NBA Live. As bad as NBA Live is, he's still in charge of that. So he's really big and important. And people kind of expected him to be on Reddit all the time because he kind of made himself out to be the community leader for FIFA, but he wasn't. But what we did get out of it was Gizaro, who is our global community specialist for FIFA. He's basically our community manager. And so this is, I encourage you guys to go through and read this whole post. I'm not going to sit here and read it for you now. But it's just type in FIFA community update into the search bar, or type in Corey, or look up Corey SA as the username on Reddit, and you guys will find this post. It's really interesting to read. Gives you a little bit of insight on what happened. But we got Gizaro, and we have a little quote from here that really actually kind of makes me really glad that he's here. He basically says, I've been practically living here for the last 2 weeks. I bring all of your concerns, questions, and feedback to meetings on a daily basis, and we're putting a huge effort into improving the communications with the community. I might not be as present here as you expect me to be, but I would rather get back to you guys with actual results and spend as much time as I can working to get those results. I understand the frustration and the negativity. As mentioned before, I'm a player and part of the community also, way before becoming a community manager for EA, around many of the issues. But I also believe that acting first will be able to shift to a more positive and constructive conversation, to which I'm looking forward to. I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty damn good to me.
Yeah.
Like, if we have someone who is at EA actively looking at all of this and bringing it to them, I think good things can happen. I mean, it's still EA. They always want to fill us with a sense of pride and accomplishment when we do our games, when we play our games. So, by a sense of pride and accomplishment, they mean pay $100 and you might get Ronaldo, but you probably won't. Speaking to the kid who has a Ronaldo, as probably many people who will watch this or have watched this do have really good teams. So do you think FIFA's been more grindy this year than normal? Because I feel like it's less.
No, I don't think it. Well, Squad Battles is very grindy.
That's true. Well, I say it's less as someone who's good at the game. So.
Yeah. I mean, I would say it's not that much different. I mean, is it as grindy as some certain games in the past? No. You know, in terms of sports games, but squad battles is very grindy. Like
Yeah,
playing 4 games like every day,
it's a lot.
and then what is it? I don't. It's just too. It's a lot.
It's a lot. I have never done a full round of squad battles just because I don't have the time for it. I've
Yeah.
also never played a bunch of weekend league because I don't have the time for it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give it a shot. I play enough to qualify probably, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But the thing with that is they're giving us avenues to highly rated cards that we never had before,
Right.
which I think is amazing. Like, do you remember them ever giving away team of the season cards for 50K?
No, not a chance.
Like that's huge, and that
Mm-hmm.
must be affecting pack buying. Must be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that's because they have seen what the EU and Belgium and all those guys have said about loot crates and packs and stuff like that. But I would never have expected them to do something like that, like at all.
No, I think that they make so much money, they can sort of just do what they want.
That's true. EA.
It's like,
When I think of EA executives, I think of oh crap, what's the name of the duck from? It's not Donald Duck. It's
Scrooge or whatever.
Scrooge McDuck. Thank you, Scrooge McDuck diving into the pool of gold coins.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think of. Him and Huey, Dewey, and Louie
Mm-hmm.
when we talk about EA executives. But Gizarro has already paid dividends. This was 9 hours ago this morning at EA Sports FIFA, EA's Twitter handle. Following feedback from the community, repeatable SBCs, Premier League upgrade, and Premium Premier League upgrade are now available. # Team of the Season, #foot. He's already done his job. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that was something that they were not going to do, but have done.
Mm-hmm.
And now, theoretically, we should see them for the Bundesliga and La Liga and the Serie A, which will be really cool because it gives us a chance to, I have a huge club right now.
Yeah.
And it's nice having all the cards to do an SBC, but all it requires for the premium one is 11 rare gold cards.
Yeah.
They can all be 76 rated if you want. But if you're careful about choosing which cards you use, then you're in good shape. And on top of it, you're going to get at least 3 rare gold cards back. Like I pulled Gundogan one this morning.
Right.
I put in a bunch of 76 rated cards that were worth nothing and pulled out an 85 rated pretty decent central midfielder from the Premier League. Now, not all of them are like that, but the other thing is if you have a big club, a lot of those cards are going to be duplicates. You just put them back in your club and then sell off the one you have.
Yep.
So it's definitely a good thing to have.
True.
The one thing that I've noticed about the team of the season this year that's going to bug me is that we're not getting smaller league team of the seasons. They're all bundled into rest of the world. And now, really, because I'm not a fan of any of the smaller leagues, does it affect me all that much? Not really. But it's going to feel weird when the Eredivisie doesn't get their own team of the season.
Yeah, that's true. Especially because you're someone who ran a team and invested in that, and some of the players there.
It was surprisingly
They
good.
spent some time. Yeah.
Like, it was surprisingly... Like, everyone knows Lozano. But, like, Ziyech and Labiad and Arias, like, those were some damn good cards that went for really cheap because they were in a league that no one wanted to use.
Right.
And it worked out for me, I guess. I mean, that team carried me basically from the start of FIFA.
Yeah.
Like that, them not getting an SBC, or not an SBC, a full team of the season, but leagues like the Championship getting an SBC, or a team of the season, and their own SBC for that matter, that bugged me. Like, I know there are a lot of people in England who, like, watch the Championship because it's very much where you're from and that's the team you support. You don't... people from Leeds don't support a top tier team. They support a team in Leeds,
Right.
you know. So it's not. I get that that is the center of, you know, soccer in England, and there are a lot of people in England. And that's where the most leagues, you know, but everything, all the money and sponsorship is focused around the Premier League, which is why they would do the you know, Football League SBC or Football League team of the season. But to say that like the Portuguese league and the Eredivisie aren't worth having their own team of the season, or like the Turkish league, like to have only 50 cards rolled out for all of those leagues, that sucks to me.
Yeah, yeah. I think it comes down to it's a money thing. If there was money in it, they would do it.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no one interested in
it. And I don't. This is me being selfish. You Dutch people, go buy some packs. You know, same with you guys in Portugal. You know, buy some packs, use your players. No, don't do that. They have enough money. Don't do that. If you're gonna use FIFA points, play some drafts. We already talked about that. If you're good at the game, is what we spoke about. But I think this promo's good. I think it's a good thing. You know.
Yeah.
Like it's done a lot of good, and it's done a lot of not so good. But actually, I don't even think there's been a lot of not so good. I think that was really the only gripe I had about it. And do you have anything that you don't like about it?
About team of the season as in general?
Well, this year versus last year.
This year versus last year?
Or any other year prior, for that matter.
Honestly, I kind of like it. I kind of like the way things are going, you know? To be honest with you, I didn't really... Like, FIFA, with me, I would play it, you know, up until January, February, and then I would get bored with it. So I didn't... Most FIFAs, I wasn't super into it by the time team of the season rolled around.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I'm kind of sticking around.
And this was when I hit the stride of it, you know? I'm pulling out of school, and I have time to... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what was it, 2 years ago? No, it's more than that. 4 years ago. FIFA 14. I remember I pulled 2 Team of the Season cards. I pulled Team of the Season Daniele De Rossi, and I pulled Team of the Season Danny Sturridge.
Yeah, I've watched that video before. That's so funny.
This is back when Danny Sturridge was like really good for Liverpool. That was the Luis Suarez year.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago in my head. It feels like a long time ago.
I was actually in Italy when I think I was in Italy or about to go to Italy when that happened. I remember you told me about it. I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's good. They're giving away really highly rated cards for dirt cheap, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, 1.4 million coins. That's a lot of fucking coins for 50K.
And to tell people out there, listen, it's packs. You're sometimes you're gonna pull 3 straight Jordan Pope or whatever. You're gonna pull Jordan Popes. You're gonna pull Ashley Youngs, and then sometimes you're gonna get lucky. It's just what it is.
And I mean, I think that's where I'm using all my pack luck this year. Like I haven't pulled the most expensive card I've pulled all year that I could sell was Team of the Season. I don't even remember the dude's name. The Dutch guy from the most consistent Team of the Season.
Van Ginkel.
Van Ginkel, thank you. And he went for 80K. That's the most expensive I've pulled. I pulled 2 E-Man of the Match Juan Franz aside from that. And those were the, you know. But
well, it's gambling. It's like
it really is. EA really is.
EA knows you are one marquee matchups, you know, 15K pack away from getting that 96 Ronaldo in a pack. That R9 is right there. You could get it.
I still can't believe you pulled 2 icons.
Yeah, that's.
I can't believe that happened.
I didn't even realize how lucky I actually got until I kind of got more into FIFA and was like, wait a second. Icons don't happen very much.
I've seen 3 informs in my packs, and 3 Team of the Season cards. I showed you that double Team of the Season pack I opened.
Yeah,
they were really crappy Team of the Seasons, but I had a double Team of the Season pack.
Right. I mean, I watch Nepenthez because I like Nepenthez. He's pretty good.
Honestly, out of the
And
guys who are left, he's probably him and Zweiback are the only two I can stand.
yeah, I can really tolerate Nepenthez, and I'm pretty sure he didn't pull an icon until I want to say February,
He
like
opens a
January, February.
lot of packs.
The man lives to open packs, so that's just how it goes.
I've got a really
But
funny
anyway.
idea for a pack opening later that I'm going to talk to you about. I think
Okay.
it'll be hilarious. Yeah. Side note, we've also had some YouTube drama about clickbait.
Really? Oh yeah.
If you see $98 Mo Salah, just don't watch the video. It's not worth your time. You know, if you see Nepenthez tweet, look at what I pulled in this video, then go watch the video. If you if you enjoy watching people pull highly rated cards, then wait for someone to tweet that they pulled it, because they're going to tweet that they pulled it, and then go and watch their video on it.
Listen, I can't. These guys are super successful, and they're trying to get the most out of what they do. And I understand they want to make money while this YouTube thing is going on, but to say to some of these titles are just ridiculous.
They're bad.
I mean, it's just like, what, dude? You can't. These videos should be taken down because it's completely ridiculous. Oh, pulled Team of the Year Messi. No, you didn't. Where is that?
You pulled 89 Ed Dzeko. Yes,
Yeah,
that's a shot at you, Nick28T.
Yeah.
And then there was way back when Rhoda Shaw was doing his thing, and pack opening 99 Messi gone sexual or whatever the heck he used to write. Like what,
And part of me says you can't hate on him because the dude is a millionaire for doing it, but
well, he's a millionaire because he threw his chair across the room and broke his television.
Yeah.
I can't fault the guy for knowing what works, but as an adult, I can look at him and go, I would never want to speak to you.
Right. I've heard a lot of people say, guys like KSI and the whole lot are not bad people in real life. But
well, I bet you KSI is totally different than.
Oh yeah.
I bet you the actual person is completely different than the character he was playing.
Yeah.
Rhoda Shaw, I don't think he's any different than who he.
Yeah, I mean, good thing for us. We're never gonna have to know him, but
well, I've gotten to meet a couple of these YouTubers. Like when I was at PAX, right? I met Chewboy, I met Zweiback, I met Japes. Those guys are all super nice, and they don't do any of this shit.
No, they don't throw things around the room like,
Just saying, Japes, if you ever want to come back, door's always open. We'll have you on here in a second.
The thing is, even a lot of people give guys like Bateson hate because Bateson doesn't draft well, or Bateson's kind of,
Bateson just annoys me.
Yeah, he says "hey guys" a lot. Like I know a lot of people hate on him, but I'd rather watch a Bateson video than watch Rhoda Shaw.
That's definitely true. AA9 Skills does all the things we mentioned before.
Oh my God.
Actually,
I'm not going to turn this into a hating on YouTubers thing, but that guy's hard to listen to.
It's not a hate thing. It's like they're successful with their business. They make money. Like we don't make any money off this. We do it because it's fun.
But there's there's some people that come off as genuine. Like Nepenthez comes off like he's genuinely interested in something or genuinely happy. AA9 just comes off like he's forcing this, like that whole persona. It's like, oh my God.
Same with Castro when he's streaming. Different side of it, but everything feels fake.
Yeah.
Like everything feels fake.
And also AA9 can't pronounce names he calls Fernandinho Fernandingo.
That's kind of funny though. That makes me laugh. And those are the little things, like the things that stick in my head with YouTubers, because I've been watching, gaming videos long before it was actually popular. I started watching Hutch back when he was playing Call of Duty 2.
Yeah.
And the things that stick in my head, and I still say things from YouTube videos that happened ages ago. Do you remember the last time you heard Tabe say to the face? No, but it's funny as shit whenever you say it, right? Or, double kill, that's a fake video.
Yeah.
Or every time I take a freaking long shot when we're playing together, what do I say? Why not let it fly? And those little things are fun, right? And like YouTube guys who can get, who have these little phrases, and it's nice to get to know at least a character or a person, through stuff like that, and you can remember things like that and enjoy them. But when your character is throwing stuff across the room because you pulled a card who is 88 rated, that doesn't, I remember that for being dumb, not for being funny.
Well, it's also because we were never really that young when it came to FIFA. Even in FIFA 13, we were still 17 years old.
Yeah.
18.
Almost 20. 18 years old.
So some of these kids that watch us are 12. So I don't know what it's like to be 12 watching these people. You probably think it's hysterical.
Yeah.
Most of them probably do, unless you're a little bit more mature. But
yeah, I mean, back when we were 12, we laughed at, "Hey Sam, I'm Dirty Dan."
Well, we still laugh at that.
We still laugh at SpongeBob. Let's be real.
It's SpongeBob. Yeah.
It's some Hingle Dingle Durgan and all that shit. Yeah, no, I do think there's a bit of a gap, for older people who, in the YouTube space, there's not a lot of content for older viewers. And I think a lot of that has to do with that older viewers don't, at least for gaming videos, they don't watch a lot of sports games. Most of them are watching Fortnite right now. Fortnite, League of Legends, things of that nature.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
And you can't say that it's only kids, because the demographics for Fortnite and League of Legends are everyone.
Yeah.
And those are the two highest viewed games in the world, and that's why, because everyone watches them and everyone plays them. Speaking of Fortnite, Dele Alli, Ben Davies, and Harry Kane played and streamed Fortnite with Ninja. So there's a little bit, it's tie-in. Go watch that video. It's really cool to watch these guys interact with a professional gamer, but just be like people that are our age, because Dele Alli is younger than us.
Right.
Dele is, I want to say Dele's like 21 or 20.
He's something along those lines. He's really young.
Dele Alli he was born in 96. Oh, he's 22. Okay, he's Marcus's age. He's 2 weeks older than my little brother. Harry Kane is 25.
Well, I saw like a clip of it, and at one point they started talking about the Arsenal result.
Harry Kane is just over a year older than me, and they'll talk about the Arsenal. That kind of stuff is really interesting.
But it was funny because they started talking, like someone mentioned it. I think it was Dele Alli mentioned Arsenal lost. And then Harry Kane said something and Trippier said something. And then Harry Kane is like, Trip, don't say anything. I know what you're going to say. Just don't. Don't say anything bad about Arsenal. Like this is, it'll just keep your mouth shut.
Right. And I forgot it was Trippier, not Davies, but it like that stuff is fun. Like that's cool to get an insight to. But anyway, that's our YouTube aside. Again, standing invitation for Air Japes. You want to, DM me or whatever. Or I'll DM you. I don't care. Standing invitation. But yeah, that's the YouTube space and YouTube drama. Bottom line, if it looks like clickbait, it smells like clickbait, don't click on it. It's not worth the time.
Right.
Now on to our team of the week segment. This might be the worst one we've ever done. Just to be perfectly honest, all these cards blow. I mean, all right, I say that during team of the season, all these cards blow.
It's one of the it's up there as one of the weakest team of the weeks ever.
I don't think I've ever seen one this bad. The most expensive card goes for 40k, 50k, and it's a right back Quadrado.
Yeah.
That's the most expensive card. Like, they didn't even try to put in a card. Like, honestly, this is... I like it, but I don't like it. And here's the reason why. I like that they didn't shoehorn someone in that they knew would sell packs. So that means all these guys who are in the team of the week deserve to be in the team of the week.
Yeah.
I don't like it because it's boring.
It is pretty boring.
It's like pulling a Jordan Pope out of your pack, right? You know
Yeah.
he deserves to be in the team of the season, but no one wants to pull Jordan
No.
Pope.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, looking at it, delete is probably the best card. Well, it actually I think it might be a three-way tie, honestly, depending on uh, what someone needs. Alex Tellez, really solid left back. He's been solid for a couple of his cards are really good. Idrissa Gueye, I've used him. I used him earlier in the year. He's very solid. Uh, to me, he's sort of like a Blaise Matuidi, if you've ever used him.
Blas Matuidi,
then,
aka my little brother's favorite player in the entire world. He's literally rooting for France in the World Cup just so he can say Blas Matuidi's name as much as possible.
I mean, I don't know. Just Idrissa Gueye just played big for me.
Yeah, well,
like he felt bigger.
We'll do that comparison too. So
yeah,
we'll start with a Gueye because we were just talking about him. Compare Idrissa Gueye to base Matuidi.
I have it right now. I actually have the informs up.
Okay.
Matuidi is 50K more. Matuidi is 2 points faster pace, 3 points better shooting, 5 points better passing. Gueye is 2 points better dribbling, 3 points better defense for Gueye, 2 points better physicality for Matuidi. So Matuidi is better, but
not by much.
Not by much. And also, Gueye has a 3-star weak foot. And they're completely different leagues, so it's not like they're directly comparable.
You can't really use them together. Like you wouldn't ever use them in the same team. They're very similar players.
And I mean, if you compared it, and he's also, like I said, Matuidi is over double the price of Gueye. Gueye is cheap right now.
Yeah.
So very good player. Like I said, if you've used Matuidi, he's going to feel pretty much the same.
Yeah, basically, if you need a defensive midfielder in the Premier League and you can't afford any of the highly rated Fernandinhos, this is the guy to go for.
And you don't want to use stupid Bakayoko because Bakayoko is just dumb.
Yeah, this is the guy to go for.
Yeah. He's a very solid player. That Cuadrado's kind of, I mean, it's
the Quadra's
70 defense.
It's a trick card, really. It's in other games you'd call this a cheese strat. In League of Legends, the League of Legends comparison is like running, Morgana top lane or top lane Vayne, right? Just something that doesn't belong there, but can work.
Yeah.
Like a 5-star skill move, 94 pace right back could work, right? Yeah. You could make that work, and it could be really fun, but it's not going to be the best choice for most situations.
I mean, unless someone was maybe a skiller.
Right,
and they
right, and now you have
5-star. Like that would be cool.
Now you have a 5-star skiller at right back, which is cool.
Back. Yeah, it's a cool card in concept, but I wouldn't use it if you're trying to win games.
No. The next card up, Delit, is the next one we'll take a deep look into. He's just a really, really, really good center back
for under 30K, as well.
If you don't get yourself, I would almost say this card is better than Otamendi or Vertonghen.
Mm-hmm.
Just like he will get a team of the season, so this card will get even cheaper if that was even possible. This card will get cheaper, and you don't need to put a shadow on him, but just in case you wanted to, he goes up to 93 pace with 98 defending.
Yeah, everything besides his interceptions is 99 in terms of defense.
Like that's just dumb.
Oh, he's 6'2". He's got 4-star weak foot. It's not that big.
That's the other thing. He's
medium work rates.
Amazingly good on the ball.
Yeah, he's great on the ball too,
which is
helpful.
Which is very much how he plays in real life. They called him the false 3 or the false 4, depending on what number you use for that center back. So the false 4, like a false 9, but he's a false center back. He'll take the ball and then see the defense and just sprint through the defense and then cause holes, and it's really interesting. There's a whole video on it
that too.
Yeah,
for Juve, Chiellini does that a lot at random times. But yeah, So those three are the only ones you really want to waste your time on.
Yeah, and then Tejas is right here,
Yeah,
who is just he's a solid left back.
solid Brazilian. I mean, I don't see many people going out of their way for someone like him just because he's Portuguese league. There are other
Well,
better
like
options in different
if
places.
you're building a Brazilian team for the World Cup or something,
Yeah.
this is a very good option for left back. Probably, I would argue, the best affordable option for you at left back. And this guy even has he plays a lot like Roberto Carlos. He even has the free kicks to match it. So like
Yeah, he is better, like no doubt better than
base Marcelo.
base Marcelo. He is no doubt better than base Marcelo in every single category. He's
Um,
way faster, better passing, better defense, better physical.
Yeah.
Just
like really, this guy's only downside is his shooting, and you really shouldn't be shooting with your left back anyway.
no.
So Tejas, great card. That's the team of the week. There's not much else to it because it wasn't great. But, I mean,
No.
Pereiro, not bad. The attacking midfielder for PSV. He's only got a 2-star weak foot and 3-star skill move, so that kind of kills it. Dzeko is a good card, but you really have to know how to use a striker like Dzeko.
Yeah.
The other thing with him, though, is you could just get yourself Ibra, and you're doing better.
Yeah.
And then Kremerich looks good, but for the kind of striker he is, being 5'9" with like 60 strength hurts a lot. He could work. He looks like a really good card. Like put like an engine on him or something. Maybe use him as a false 9, but he looks like he plays like a target man without the height that Dzeko has.
Right.
And then on the bench we got Almiron from Atlanta FC got an inform. So if you're building an MLS team or continuing to build an MLS team, he's very good in the 4-2-3-1 narrow on like the right side.
I actually pulled him today in marquee matchups.
Oh, did you? Yeah. So he's he only goes for discard, but if you're building that kind of team, he works.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's team of the week. It sucks, but we're not pulling packs for this team of the week, so no one worries about it. We're worried about team of the season for right now. Last thing we got up is the World Cup group, Group E. Got Brazil, Switzerland, Costa Rica, and Serbia. This group, I think Brazil's going to top it. I think that's
without a doubt.
Without question.
Yeah.
But after that, I'm not sure what the heck's going to happen, to be perfectly honest. I don't know enough about the Swiss, Costa Rican, and Serbian teams to like be confident in any of it. I would guess that Switzerland goes second, but
I'm personally am of the mindset that it's probably Serbia.
You think so?
Because I mean they've got Matic, they've got Milinkovic Savic, who even though I hate to admit it,
yeah, Matic, Milinkovic Savic, Ivanovic, Kostic, Tadic, yeah.
Kolarov. I mean, Milinkovic Savic is going to be, a star for some big team like Man United at some point in the future. He's that good.
Yeah, so maybe Serbia. Yeah, you're right.
Because Switzerland, who do they really have? I mean, Berkey's good. They have two goalkeepers who are the two best players.
Well, Xhaka, Berkey, the guy from Stoke, Shaqiri.
They've got Ricardo Rodriguez,
Lichtsteiner.
Costa Rica's only chance is
if Keylor Navas does what he did 4 years ago.
Yeah, but I don't think they have much of a chance. But I think it'll be more interesting than other groups. But my guess would be that Brazil runs away with it and Serbia sneaks through.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. Milinkovic Savic I think really changes it because he's, I think without a doubt, the best player outside of Brazil.
Yeah.
Right.
Without a doubt, yeah.
So, Neymar injury. So yeah, Neymar will not be playing, is on course to play at the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So he's hurt. Obviously, he broke his foot, but he might not play for Brazil. Even still, I think they are good enough.
Even without them, without Neymar, I don't think they're good enough to win the whole thing.
No,
but I think they're good enough to definitely win the group.
I don't think they're good enough to win the whole thing in general, but they could They with Neymar playing, they make a semifinal.
Yeah.
You know, I don't put them up there with Germany, France, and Argentina.
You don't? I almost do. I mean, look at their team: Neymar, Thiago Silva,
So here,
Coutinho, Marcelo,
let's go
Casemiro,
let's go do that.
Alexandro, Fernandinho, Alisson, Willian, Dani Alves, Firmino, Fabinho, Marquinhos, like Gabriel Jesus, Paulinho. I mean, they are just Douglas Costa. They're just ridiculous.
Let's take a look.
Just name after name.
All right, so Gabriel Jesus is going to be a starting striker. We know that.
Yeah.
Neymar will be playing on the left wing or the right wing, wherever he feels like playing. Actually, you know what? Let's assume Neymar is playing on the right wing, because then Coutinho will be playing on the left wing. Now the question is, does Jesus start as their striker, or does Firmino?
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, I don't know. I would say
I would put Firmino there. Actually, you know what? If I'm being me, I'd run this exactly how Liverpool runs it, because he's proven that he can do it, and it's proven that he can work.
Yeah.
And I would move Coutinho back, and then I would put Douglas Costa on the left. So now you've got a front three of Costa, Firmino, and Neymar, which runs very similarly to Firmino, Mane, and Salah. You know, Neymar is one of the very few people in the world right now who can hold up to Mo Salah. Yeah. Right? And then you've got Casemiro and Fernandinho. And then on the bench, you've also got the guy Fabinho from Monaco.
Yep.
Then on the left side, you've got Marcelo.
Alexandro doesn't even make the team.
No, Sandro doesn't play. Marcelo, Thiago Silva.
Probably Miranda.
Miranda. You think it's going to be Miranda over
Marquinhos? Yeah.
David Luiz.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh. Miranda on the right back. I hate this man, but it's going to be him.
Yeah.
It's going to be Dani Alves, and then Alisson is their starting goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
That is, you're right, that is a good team.
It's a very good team.
The issue I see with this team is less than what it has been in years past. But aside from Firmino, all of their attacking players are typical Brazilian attacking players, if that makes sense.
It's like more flash than...
Right. More flash than substance. Really can get bullied really hard.
Yeah.
I was talking about it with one of my friends, and I don't know if you know who Enzo Amore is.
No.
He was a wrestler in the WWE, but his gimmick was, you can't teach that. Well, these guys are all certified divers and bona fide pussies. You can't teach that. You know, like, if I told you that Neymar, Douglas Costa, or Coutinho dove for a penalty, would you even bat an eyelash?
No.
If they got booked for diving?
Yeah.
Right, you expect it from them.
Yeah.
You know, Firmino, he doesn't do that, and I really like him for that. Like, he just doesn't do that kind of thing. And I think that might be a saving grace. But even Gabriel Jesus, same thing.
Yeah.
You know? And that's why I think they won't get past the Germanys of the world, the Frances of the world.
Right.
Maybe even the Belgiums of the world. Like, no offense to Thiago Silva or Miranda, Romelu Lukaku will make them his bitch if he wants to.
Right. No, I wouldn't. I don't have Brazil winning it, but I think you said it right. Semifinal probably.
You know,
You're good enough for that.
Romelu Lukaku, he's 6'4", and you can't teach that. I'll have to show you a video of this guy, just because his gimmick is basically being the douchey Italian cousin that we all have.
Yeah.
So it's funny. But aside from that, the last thing we got is what to watch for. And basically, you've got the end of the Premier League season coming up, so every game is important.
Yeah.
And then I know you've got Roma Juventus coming, which is huge, right?
Roma Juventus. Yeah, it's pretty big. Roma's looking to, finalize that Champions League spot, which will be good. Other than that, I mean, it's just the Serie A is an interesting race. I think it's decided at this point. Juve's pretty much won it. They've all but won it.
Yeah. They would have to lose both their games with Napoli winning the last two, right?
Yeah, which isn't going to happen. I mean, it's Juve. They know how to. If there's anything you can say about this Juve team, this past few years, it's just when they need to do something, they find a way to do it. So, Napoli put up a good fight, but they fell in the end. And then, but no, it's that Roma, Lazio, Inter thing. It's going to be interesting to watch.
And so, again, Roma would have to lose both games, and Inter would have to win both for Roma to get knocked out of the Champions League spot, right?
Yeah, because they're up 4 points right now.
So they'd have to lose both, and then Inter would need a win and a draw.
Yeah.
Or you could draw both, and Inter could win both.
Yeah.
There are some interesting ways it could play out, but it's likely Roma will make it. However, Lazio and Inter could pass them fairly easily.
Yeah.
So Lazio really can't. Roma can afford one mistake. Lazio really can't afford any.
Yeah. And Roma plays Sassuolo in their last game. So, I mean, if they win that game, I think regardless of what happens, if they lose versus Juve, I think they're going to get in.
Right.
But,
and the Premier League table, the race for Champions League in the Premier League has gotten really interesting. So, Liverpool is on 72 points, but they only have one game left. Tottenham and Chelsea, they're on 71 and 69. So it's possible that Liverpool misses the Champions League, but all Tottenham really have to do is, if they get 4 points, so a win and a draw out of their last two games, they're guaranteed, regardless of how the other teams do. If Chelsea, or if Tottenham loses one of the games and Chelsea wins both, they don't get it. If Liverpool loses both games and Tottenham and Chelsea both win or loses their last game or draws their last game. So if they even get a draw in their last game and end up on 73, if Tottenham and Chelsea win both their last games, they miss the Champions League unless they win the final. Which is crazy to think about, that they're in the Champions League final and they might not make the Champions League next year.
Yeah.
But then at the bottom of the table, West Brom has been relegated, from what I understand. I think
and Stoke as well.
I think relegation's actually no. Swansea City could still stay up. So if Swansea wins their next game and Huddersfield lose both that they have remaining, Swansea will stay up on goal differential as of right now. So that's the only other relegation thing that's going on.
Well, Southampton could possibly.
Because
they have the same amount of points, right?
Well, but they're up 10 on goal differential.
Oh.
So it's unlikely that they give up 10 goals in the last game.
I didn't see how many games they played, but yeah.
Yeah. So Huddersfield has. Huddersfield got a draw against Man City, which is good, but Huddersfield has Chelsea and Arsenal left, whereas Swansea has Stoke. So it's not without the realm of possibility that Swansea stays up and Huddersfield goes down. So that's what to watch for. League One and La Liga have been decided, I think, right? League One is PSG's.
League One has been decided a long time ago. Bundesliga, League One, La Liga are far decided.
Yeah, they're all done. So it's basically just the Premier League. The Premier League's been decided, but we've got races that are interesting. League One doesn't even have, like, Marseille, Monaco, Lyon are in the Champions League, and that's it. So
the La Liga too. It's Real Madrid, Barcelona, Valencia, Atletico, I believe.
No, Barcelona, Atletico, Real, Valencia.
Yeah.
So Atletico could come in second ahead of Real Madrid. They're up 3 points with a game in hand. So even if Madrid wins, they're on goal differential at that point. So it's possible if Madrid screws up that
And Bundesliga's Bayern, Schalke, Dortmund, Hoffen. Oh, there's still a race going on there.
Is it?
There's still a race. Yeah. There's really, I mean, there's about 4 different teams who could get that last spot.
Oh yeah. All right.
3 different teams.
Wow.
So
the Bundesliga. That's a league with parity.
yeah.
That it really is. So separating third and ninth is 10 points.
Yeah.
With wow. And I don't
know. Separating 9th and 4th is 5 points.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Now they only have 1 game left to play. That's the thing.
Okay.
So they only play 34. So the only teams that can get it, I think,
Hoffenheim, Bayer, Leipzig, Eintracht.
I don't even think. Well, so if Hoffenheim and Leverkusen both lose, Leipzig could get it. Frankfurt could also get it. Yeah, but Leipzig has 0 goal. Yeah, I think it's just Leipzig because they have. Because there's no way Eintracht is going to make up, or Frankfurt is going to make up a 13 and a 16 goal differential. Dortmund looks pretty locked at 55. Yeah, they are locked. They can't miss it. So
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what happened with Hoffenheim, Leverkusen, and Leipzig. Let's see, who do they play? So Leverkusen plays Hanover, Hoffenheim play Dortmund, and Leipzig play Hertha Berlin. So I would say that it's really possible that Leverkusen or Leipzig make it because Dortmund and Hoffenheim could go either way at that point. Mm-hmm. So if Hoffenheim wins, that's an interesting point. So if Hoffenheim wins and Leverkusen wins by 6 goals or 4 goals, it's possible Dortmund could miss. So that's interesting. So we got Bundesliga, Champions League, Premier League Champions League, and Serie A Champions League to look forward to. Those races are really interesting. But I think that is all we have for you guys. And thank you for watching. This will be up tomorrow on my YouTube channel. If you didn't get to check it, it'll also stay up on Twitch because that's how VODs work on Twitch. And we will see you all later.
Bye, guys.